Heat makers. Crack music.
Y'all now rockin' with 4 for 100. Let's go. To keep it real, it's not a chore for beloved. When they say it's up, put it on the floor, they gon' love it. I popped up in all them 4 doors that they covet. All in 2-seaters, cause a few fevers. Got all the ops hot, they wonder why I'm not shot. The way we used to step on them squares like hopscotch. I'm one of them ones that God got, he stops plots. Until the clock stops, we gon' turn it up a notch. They watching the stop clock while we burning up the block. I'm still learning a lot, I son them, let them talk. I'm still letting it slide like I got my son at the park. Cause I know that we could be gunning, running from knocks, but we stop for the lesson. It's positive progression to kick it with the like-minded. Can't spend your life blinded, rewind it, arsonist behind it.
That you want.
But this is gold. If you don't mind, I like to harvest some gold. That's it. That's it.
This is data mining.
Listen, I get a little older. You start to worry. Hold on, I won't forget it. My man is spitting right now.
Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, it's because it's like it really goes back to the essence of how we are.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, go back to the slaves and all the house niggas, that mentality. And the way they divided us, that ain't gonna get fixed overnight.
Right.
No.
I don't even know how to fix it. How about that? Because the minute I say this is what we should all do, or I don't care if it's me or whoever, and this is what we should all do. There's always a one like
says
damn
who.
niggas.
Yeah. Says
he think
who.
he knows better.
Why?
Right.
You know, I'm on a Nat Turner. On me personally, like I'm a Nat Turner. Meaning,
I know we got yeah.
How many of y'all want free?
Yeah. We gonna do that.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
How many of y'all gonna die for free?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever didn't raise their hand, we gotta get rid of them first, cause they gonna be the ones to stop us.
Right. Or tell them
That's the way you have to. And, man, I know. You know me. That's it. If you didn't grow up with me, you don't know me. If you grew up with me and you know that's how I gave it up every time. If you was working with me and you was around me, you know it's all about black and brown. I'm not dealing with it. And I said just a minute ago, got a lot of white folks that's with me. Because we need them to help us in our movement.
Right.
If we don't have them, we cannot win.
It's true.
So I got ones that understand what I'm about and what I'm trying to accomplish for my people, and they with it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And they know that. So it's no dancing around. I won't name some of the people, but there's a big investor that I have, and I told him, all you represent is money. Don't ever talk to me any other way. You know what he said to me? Yes, sir. So he understands. He understands. Right. They steal our culture. That's all they do.
Yeah.
They never give us credit for nothing. That's all they do.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you got to understand that, and it's like everyone navigates differently. I always tell my son, who's my brother, don't ever think I'm not on the front line with you. You need me, I'm there, because he's front line. See, but he's a different type of front line.
Right.
So it's different.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Shout out my son.
Yeah.
But I always tell him that. He knows that. He knows that. My son, he knows that. You know what I'm saying? We go back from when he first had his deal before he got locked up, everything. So that's my brother right there. From the Bronx. I'm a Queen, but I was born in Brownsville.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
All right. See, that's like I know I felt some Brooklyn in you.
Kings County. Kings County.
Yeah.
Everyone was born in that.
Yeah.
Right
Brooklyn didn't die out. You know, that Brooklyn's still there. You know, you can see it.
Families in Brownsville, we moved from Brownsville to Hollis.
Right.
And then that's, but family's still back in Brownsville.
That's dope.
I like it.
This is a BQE.
So typically we start off with what did you listen to on the way over here?
You won't believe it.
Listen, I got the most eclectic style, so go ahead.
Okay, I wasn't listening to music. That's why I said
okay.
I stopped listening to music.
Oh.
Wow.
And I love music, but I stopped listening to music in my car. I'm being more productive with my mental. I got audio and that for the books.
Nice.
And whenever I'm driving, I'm in the book. The book I'm reading or listening to right now, and I already listened to it 3 times. It's so powerful. I'm going to give everyone listening the jewel. Go get it. It's the Rockefeller Letters to His Son. John D. Rockefeller wrote 38 letters to his son. And it's a book.
Nice.
If you're an entrepreneur, if you're in the business, see, because I gave it to my sister to check. She read it. She's like, I didn't catch it. It's good, but I said, nah, you're not listening.
Mm-hmm.
You're not understanding what he's saying. And if you're a real entrepreneur like me, I've been through so many trials and tribulations of trying to do business to succeed, and what was the reason they failed, and you start learning a lot, man. I'm telling you, it's like, especially when it's your money.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I know.
You put your bread up, you learn faster and faster. Like, man, that's not good. That's good. I can't do that
no more.
Yeah.
because you're wasting so much. And this book, it made me open my eyes to a guy that I thought was probably, when you just look at his picture, the most racist dude you could imagine, and he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like everything we was taught, it was a lie. It's weird, yo.
It's true.
The older I get, the more I was like, what did we learn that's still really true, except for 2 + 2 is 4. Anything outside of that is lies.
If you do Common Core math with your kids, it might be different. 2 + 2 might be
That's
4
right.
no more. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But at the end of the day, all our history and everything was hidden from us and lied to us about, and it's crazy. But this book is I recommend it to everyone. Read it, and don't read it like you're reading. Read it like you're his son.
Yeah.
You understand? Like it's your father talking to you. And he's giving you stories of deals he did and why. And I'm telling you, it's going to make you a bigger and better entrepreneur.
That's
That's
dope.
definitely dope.
I appreciate that, Jewel.
Yeah.
And look at me. I was just listening to battle rap.
Yeah. But see, I feel like I did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I did that. How many times you going to hear that story?
Yeah.
Because they're really all the same, just regurgitated in a new way to say it, slicker,
Yeah.
whatever, a new cadence.
Yeah.
I did all of that. I'm 58.
Yeah.
I'm over 4 decades in this rap game. Like, I did that.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't love it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like I don't love these new artists.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say, what was I doing on the way over here? I'm in traffic. That's why I was running a little late today. And I know Dex hit everyone to tell him.
Yeah.
Shout out Dex, what up?
Yeah, shout out to him, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was, because I don't like being late, but I was coming from far out in Jersey.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Saddle River. And the
Yeah.
traffic was crazy coming here. And then I know I'm going to get a ticket. I park right on the block.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate that, yeah.
We used to call that gangster parking.
Yeah.
Before all
Leave
of
it
these
out
things,
front.
we used to just pull up on the hydrant,
Yeah, leave
take
it
the
out
ticket,
front.
and go walk in the club.
Yeah.
So that's gangster parking. That's just gangster parking is now and shit. But at the end of the day, I don't really spend the time in that car. It's like when I started thinking of how much time I'm in that car. What can I do to be more productive? I said, I can't read, but I could listen.
Right.
Yeah.
And instead of listening to music, I just listen to books.
Yeah. I usually listen to long form content too. But
There's another huge book. I'm telling you, these books are powerful. Like, I've been going through them. So, because traffic in New York City is crazy. So you get through these books.
yeah.
It's from 0 to 1.
What you was listening to?
Well, like, now being that he's, kind of hard to come after that, right? But I was listening to Don Toliver on the way over here. For
you
some
did
reason,
say
I just
that.
had the Don Toliver ear for today. But as far as you saying, like, when you in a car, right? And sometimes I don't listen to music. That's when I get some of my greatest thoughts together, right?
Absolutely.
Like, you driving
by yourself.
You don't have no
Zoned
distractions
out.
out. There you go. And when it comes down to it, like, people be like, yo, where you get that idea from? Like, I was just sitting in the car thinking.
I was just in the car drinking. Came to me.
But I was, in the car thinking, and you sit in traffic like you say. I live in Jersey too, so that drive. I know what side of the river is at. So going through that process of traveling, you'd be like, I gotta get these thoughts, because as soon as you get to where you're going, you gotta deal with whatever you're dealing with right there.
Yeah, flying, I get to do it flying. And when
Right.
you talk about in the car by yourself, it's like I do a lot of meditation also, and praying.
That too.
I talk to my brother, I talk to my pops, like in real conversation. They answer me. It's crazy when I'm in my zone in the car if I'm not listening to a book.
Right.
I like to drive sometimes. When I was young, I used to just get up, be stressed, did some, and drive to like Virginia.
You say, oh, from Queens
Yeah.
to Virginia,
Yes.
Yeah.
just because you stressed.
Just drive, not realizing how far I'm driving.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Get to Virginia, go to the beach, Virginia Beach or something. Go to like Hampton University, go for a round at one of the, you know, or some, I would just do it. Baltimore, DC. I would just get in the car and drive, and if wherever I ended, and you know, just go run around with some people I might have knew out there, whatever. But I would get in the car and just drive and zone out while I'm driving, blasting music or meditating and going going through my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I was really crazy. There's a point I'm pretty sure everyone was like, I'm 58 now. I'm, you know, God protect children and fools. I was a fool and I didn't know it. It's like you go through things and you don't even know it, and now you hear it. It's like, what was I thinking?
Yeah, somebody was
and
watching.
The
you,
answer
right?
is I wasn't. Yes.
Yeah.
Someone was watching.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed. I never thought I'd make 25. So to be here is crazy.
No.
It's like it's all free money now.
Playing with the house money, man.
Yeah, play with house money now. You know what I'm saying? But now it's not even a thought. It's now I'm thinking I'm gonna live to 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then what can I get done and help? Like how can I help?
Right.
That's really my mindset. How can I help? You know, I started a pro basketball league, CPL. It's in Harlem. I pay all the players, everything. Why did I do that? It's because I'm trying to help these players that I watched. I'm 4 decades in basketball.
Right.
I helped Greg Marius at Rucker, helped Ken Stevens at Dykeman, and I've been involved with all these players since then. So it's like, how can I help these dudes that have no real way to make money?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
How many teams you got in the league?
It's 8 teams. It's 10 players per team, 3 coaches for each team. Everyone gets paid. We're going into season 2. This is my first year. I did it last year. It went crazy. If you didn't see it, it went crazy. I can send y'all videos and everything.
Yeah,
it went
send
crazy.
that.
It went crazy. So at the end of the day,
We want to go back and play ball
this is
again.
my second. This is going to be my second year for the Clash Pro League, and you know, we moved the start date to March instead of September. We last year we did it from the end of September right to December. It's a quick league. So 8 teams. Each team plays each other once. 7 games, playoffs, championship. We done. We did a combine. We had over 500 players sign up for the combine and come out for the combine.
Dope.
We did after the combine, we do a draft. You get drafted just like a draft. You know, we did a full draft, and then we got trades. They traded players after week 3. Trade deadline opens
That's funny.
up, so you could.
That's funny. That's elite.
Yeah.
It's a real
league.
league.
Yeah.
You know, I
Where
based
you guys
it.
play your games at?
We was playing in 119th Street at a gym in Harlem on Manhattan and 119th in Manhattan. It's a PAL, but it's a huge big building, big facility. It has all the amenities I need, locker rooms, everything. So it was perfect.
Right.
It holds about 500 people. We sold out every week. In playoffs we did about 1,500. Championship we did 1,800 people in that.
That's dope.
Super dope.
Yeah.
We had sponsors.
that's
We had
super dope.
local sponsors. We had vendors there. We sold merch. I mean, we did everything that you do in the league without me doing anything. All I did was go to the social media, not my own, Clash, which is we do TV, like we film all the games, Gersh and all. We was filming all those parks with Clash. And all I did was say, hey, we're going to start a league. There'll be a combine. Sign up. If you don't sign up, you can't be part of the league. You can't just walk on.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't do agents, no agents, because agents, again, if you get into the business.
People still have agents these days?
Well, NBA has an agent.
Yes.
NBA has agents.
Oh, I meant like, I thought your league was the younger people.
No,
No,
this is
it's adults,
agents.
agents.
Oh, okay.
agents. Yeah,
Okay,
this
okay.
is, you know, overseas, you got to get an agent to get overseas. But if you get into that business of that, it's like if you don't have the right agent, you can't get a job. You could be the nicest dude. You had a little hardship
Jeez.
going through college, right? Let's say that or whatever. It's so political that the agent can't get you in. So it's like I remove that because if you're nice, get your opportunity. Solicit the coach, show him your tapes, show him what you could do, tell him what you know what I mean.
Right.
And they'll put you on a team. A coach could find you on a team, but that opens the door. It removes that barrier that most of these players had of agent. They didn't have the right agent, you know. So I open it up, and then, you know, I'm looking to expand, raise more money. Raised about $3 more million for that.
Mhm.
And then after that, I raised about 50 to 100, and then expanded across the country in all these different cities because they all have the same problem.
Right.
It's only 64 players that go to the NBA.
Pretty much.
That's it. And half of those jobs is going to European players now.
Yeah.
So where's the rest of these NCAA players going? Think of all the colleges and think of March Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where are all those kids going after they finish playing?
They're hoping to get a
Yeah.
job overseas.
They can't. Overseas, they're only taking two
Two
players.
American players.
American players. Okay, so most of those jobs are filled.
Right.
You got to take someone's spot. And if you don't have
You
the
got
agents,
D2
you don't even
players,
get
then
out.
you got D3 players too. That's
You understand?
like
Yeah.
high quality.
Of course, you got
Yeah.
D2s and D3s that is nice that just didn't get the look. That's why I don't, it's ball, it's basketball. It's an opportunity, and it's me, again, giving back and finding something to give back to these players. And when I open it up to the country, where we're not only in New York, we're in Chicago, we're in Detroit, you know what I'm saying, Miami, Atlanta, with the same structure, 8 teams. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of jobs and helping these kids
Find a way.
find a way to make money at something they love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Right. So I got the question, right? One of my questions is, your mother just had a birthday.
Yeah, 92. Nene, what up, man? You on
Congrats.
Nene, you made it.
Congrats.
Yeah, my mother is a big reason why you hear me talk the way I talk. My mother's from the South. My father was Trinidadian Filipino. My mother's from the South.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always say, "You thought you grew up rough. You didn't grow up rough." You know what I'm saying? But she would talk about, she would come outside and someone's hung on the pole.
That's life. That's
Yeah.
real life.
That's real life. And that's not my grandmother. That's my mother.
Right.
So
Yeah.
me talking to her and understanding that is different.
Right.
It's a different conversation, But yeah, shout out Nene.
So I was going to ask you, like, being that your mom just turned 92, how was that celebrating your mother's birthday without your brother being there?
It was different already because first and foremost, I can't, let's say the last 10 years, since 75, since my mother was 75, so that's over 10 years. I'm going to put a date on it. Since she was 75, we did incredible birthdays for Mama every year.
Mm-hmm.
Her 75th, everybody was there. From Jay-Z, like everybody was there.
That's
So they all know Nene.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this year, first year, they was like, because Irv wasn't around, they didn't want to do much.
Right.
But they did. We did a party. We had a party.
Nice.
My sister, I got 5 sisters. They always figure something out. They, girls is different.
Right. You may want to be simple, but they gonna do something their way.
And they did a wig party.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
It's just like a wig party. So everyone had to come in and
Yeah.
have a wig on.
Right.
And we're a
That's
big
funny.
family, so we didn't invite everyone outside.
Mm-hmm.
We just, our family, which was still big, it was probably like 60 people
Right.
that was there, and that's basically immediate family and maybe a couple lifetime family friends that we knew since we was kids or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That was there, and like I said, it was a dope party. Dope party, but everyone's winning. I won for the wig.
Oh, you went for the wig?
Yeah, but
That's nice.
I fixed the fight. I know how to fix the fight.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
They said there was a prize. I said I wanted it. No, but what I did, everyone had to vote. So we only get one vote.
Right.
So I just went around the room and told everyone, you vote for me,
I vote for you.
I'll vote for you. But did it individually.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah.
I did that to like 20, 30 people. So it was a landslide. They got to be quick on their feet.
Right.
You can't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't
Why
be.
leave it to guessing?
That's right. You don't want to leave it to guessing.
Oh, man.
Majority wins.
That's it.
Yo, but before we go, please, everybody hit the like and subscribe button. We got so deep into this conversation that we was having with a good fellow friend of ours, part of the 4400 family, Chris Gotti, the
welcome,
brother
welcome.
of Irv
Yes.
Gotti, co-founder
you.
of Murder Inc., one of the biggest
Yeah.
record labels at one point in time on Def Jam as well.
Yes.
Right?
Facts.
So, let's show some, give him some love. You know
New
what I'm
director.
saying? Movie
Oh,
director.
man.
Like,
Man.
what he
Movie
didn't do.
director.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I'm a filmmaker.
Okay,
now.
filmmaker. You know?
That's crazy. I'm shooting another film right now.
Okay.
called Spanish Fly. It's in Miami right now.
Would be
We
typical.
shooting right
You
now.
know what? Of all places, when you say Spanish
Yeah.
Fly, I would
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Miami. You
Come
know,
on, man.
I would
Sounds
think
like it.
Miami.
Sounds like
Listen,
it.
man, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to keep it right.
Right.
Just trying to keep it right.
Everybody hit that
Just,
like and
Subscribe,
subscribe.
buddy.
Like and
Hit that
subscribe,
Hit that like and
please.
subscribe.
Plenty more where this came from.
Dope. All right, cool.
Yeah, but
So-
I got a partner just to clear it up, Spanish Fly, Don De Niro. So whatever I do is really, like I was telling y'all before, is black and brown.
Right.
Yeah.
So he handles all the Latino side of things.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I gave him an idea. He ran with it, wrote the script. He's out there directing. I'm giving him his, again, empowering people is what it's all about.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like he's directing it. He put his whole thing. And I'll sit there and tell you another. You said something off air, I think, and we was talking, and it was like, how can we fix things, right?
Right.
So the Latinos community versus the black community. Okay, here's the perfect example. I went and made a movie called Ballin. Put Lance Stephenson in it. Got
Yeah,
all
I know.
these
I watched
actors.
it this morning.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trey
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chaney. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get the support. I even got, Katino Mobley's in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's, you got
Yeah.
Latino in it?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the coach.
Oh.
Shout out, Cat. So at the end of the day, I did all of this stuff, and I tell the black audience about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cool. Here he is. He's first time. He goes out and says he's making a movie with Latinos called Spanish Fly. It's about some Latin drug dealers and everything. Y'all remember Spanish Fly?
Yeah.
It's the drug you put in.
Yeah, I know.
But this ain't that.
Right. I got you.
It's that's the name of their drug. You know,
Spanish
you know, like Blue
Yeah,
Magic.
yeah,
yeah. Right,
it's
right.
Spanish Fly.
Yeah.
Okay, and every Latino in the movie industry, even though it's a low budget film, reached out and wants to be part of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you ask the difference in how can we and help them,
Yeah.
that's how you fix it. See, that's such a huge difference. That out the gate, he's getting that kind of support.
Right.
Man, I'm envious of it because we don't get that.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you how. I know, because I did my homework, so I know that Tubi's been treating you right.
Well, we'll talk about it.
So let me ask you. 'Cause, okay, so my question was, do you think Tubi is a platform that's just using creators to build it up only to abandon them in the future? That was my question.
It's bought by Fox.
Mm-hmm.
It's the equivalent of Viacom owning BET.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not us. Tubi
Yeah.
was built by us. It's another industry or platform that we created directly. Black filmmakers, low budget content that they never thought we could ever do it.
Mm-hmm.
Built them up to a multi-billion-dollar business. Fox buys it, and go look at it now. It looks like Netflix.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if I told you the deals they're taking, it's ridiculous, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when you
Yeah.
say they're treating you right, look, it's the equivalent of Apple.
Mm-hmm.
They go to Universal. I'm gonna give you a story with how iTunes got started and how the rate what they take from the record labels.
Mm-hmm.
It's between Doug Morris, who used to be the chairman of Universal, and Steve Jobs. They didn't like each other. But Steve Jobs was like, I got a platform. All your music should be on this platform. Doug Morris was pissed. The music, I'm not giving you all my music. This is early before
I remember all
happened.
this. I do. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not giving you that. And Steve Jobs said, okay, I don't have to pay for your music or your videos or anything. And you're still going to have to put it here because this is where the world is going. And I'm going to take 30 cents on every dollar.
Yep.
So he fought back, but he had to cave in. Steve Jobs was right. And he takes 30 cents to this day. That allows the wackest platforms to take 30 cents
Mm-hmm.
on all your music. See, Apple being one of the best platforms, I would say, okay, as a businessman, I'm like, I could understand that.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
when you deal with these whack platforms that don't do anything for you, you're like, why am I giving you 30 cents?
Yeah.
Because that's the minimum now. That's it. And he created that from that, in my opinion. That's like something when I look at business, that's my opinion. So Tubi's in the same category.
So
go ahead.
why? Like, I don't know much about it. I'll tell you. I don't know much about Dame's American New platform.
Shout out Dame Dash.
Yeah,
Shout out to Dame Dash.
America New. We need platforms like that.
Right.
So why didn't you release it on Ballin? I mean, Ballin on.
I talked to Dame. I told him I would give him the movie. That's no problem. I have exclusive control of where my movie sits. Even though it's on the Tubi, it's not exclusive to Tubi. I could do whatever I want with it. But at the end of the day, like I said, I told Dame we just got to get the business together and get it done. But the reality is he doesn't have the audience. So it sits over there, and who's going to be there to watch it? It's exactly why YouTube is YouTube, and they don't pay you. Because they have so many. It's so easy to get 1 million followers. But, you know, I talk to all these content creators and business execs, and they talk about YouTube in the negative. And I'm like, how? It's still the only way to promote your shit, to get the masses on you.
Right.
It's still YouTube is the best answer, whether they pay you or not. Now it's your job to take that and monetize it in other ways.
Leverage it,
and flip it. Leverage it and flip it into other things. And that's the game it is. So Tubi, to talk about from a movie perspective, for black content, is absolutely the best place for black content.
Because it has the audience.
It has the audience, over 100 plus million. In audience. Where are you going to get that?
So I see the actual value in knowing who those people are.
When you say knowing which people?
Their audience. Knowing who they actually are. The problem that I was going to ask you again about Tubi is, are they at all lenient with how well Ballin is actually doing?
Yeah, they're very aware of how good we're doing.
No, I mean, like, are they sharing that type of your streaming numbers and stuff like that?
Sharing to who? I want to be clear. Yeah, I get all I get all my data.
Okay.
I'm about to say, yeah.
But I don't know, like when you're saying who's on the backside of that data, meaning who watched it, I don't know who watched it.
Yeah.
If that's what you're asking. They're not giving that out. They're just telling you the numbers.
Yeah.
They're giving you numbers. All right, we're over 5 million plus views since we've been out.
Okay.
We was #1 for 5 weeks straight. For an independent black film. What does that mean? So they have Tubi originals that they pay for. That's different because they send it through their machine to push it.
Right.
Of course they're going to get huge numbers or bigger numbers. And for me, everything I do, I'm spending my money to get it. They're not talking about my movie. We was trending on every topic of movies. What I mean is, if it was a drama, Ballin. If it was a comedy, Ballin. It didn't matter. And they couldn't. They was telling me this is amazing because they're not doing that. That's all from the algorithm of being streamed and watched, and that's what was happening. We caught the first. We caught 5 weeks of #1.
Nice.
Yeah, we got movie of the year from a film festival, the Irving Film Festival. We caught movie of the year. It's crazy, and it's all. Yeah, so I'm very proud of everything Ballin is doing right now. I'm doing watch parties still. You got to treat it like an independent artist. See, the problem with independent artists is today they put their music out and they think the world knows it exists.
Yeah.
Nigga, ain't nobody heard you, idiot. What is wrong with you? Yeah. Is that not real or not?
Right.
That's the reality. Independent artists take them. Oh, I got my release date. I'm putting my music out there. Okay, so what are you doing to market it, to tell people it's going to be there?
Right. Yeah.
So I treat it like that. I treat it like, yes, even a small pocket of people know about New York, Miami.
Yeah, because I see.
So I'm doing watch parties in new cities to ignite them to say, go watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's still going to count for my money. It's still going to make me my money because the way Tubi works is stream is CPM. And CPM is a cost clicks per million. But it shouldn't, they do everything to try and confuse. You're doing streams, right? On this. So your CPM's number.
Right.
And then basically that's the number they come up with from the sponsors that are going to put their ads on in front of your content and say, we'll pay you $5, $10, whatever the fuck, $20, whatever that number is. And then it's that CPM number. Cost per million. So you think you're getting $10, but it's really a cost per 1,000.
Right.
So it's by 1,000 lots. 1,000 times 1,000 is 1,000,000. So it really should be a cost per 1,000, but they don't want to tell you that. They'll tell you 1,000,000. So if you did basically 1,000,000 streams, and let's say your CPM was $10, it's times that by 1,000 for the 1,000,000. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. And so you would have made 10 grand. It's simple when you just simplify it. See, one of the things I do is I simplify things. So I didn't go to school. I wanted to be taught simply.
Right.
Just don't beat around the bush. Just show me what.
Direct. Give me directly. Yeah.
And that's what I do when I talk to people. I give it just like that. And I let them know. Very simple.
Got you.
My question is going to go along the lines of what you spoke about, like crabs in the barrel mentality. I asked you a question, unfortunately, like everybody always talk about, you guys had your major beef with 50 Cent. Do you think that caused people not to be beside you when it come to doing certain things? And do you feel like now that kind of hurts your brand at times?
Well, the reality is he's a huge star, right? I just seen Taylor Swift on the NFL over a missed call or something with Kelsey, right? And it's gotten huge reactions from the NFL. It's kind of no different, but the reality is they're only fans. That's all it is. Not the company only fans. It's get your mind out the gutter,
Only if you saw that episode. With the
it's just fans. It's fans and fans of his music, his work, of who he is, and you understand it. See, I understand that. Like I said.
But I meant from like an artist perspective.
From an artist perspective.
Yeah, because the fans, I mean, we're flimsy as fans. Right?
Exactly. That's why I say they're fans, because they're very fickle. If something else comes, they'll flip again and go into whatever it is. And that's again, for me now, I'm in 2025. This is a 25-year-old beef, basically. Like, come on, I'm not even thinking about it. I don't move around it or anything. And when someone, like, you're bringing it up, I'm like, cool. It is part of something that went on. I don't believe it exists in the same capacity that could affect anything, because the very low level, let's say the ignorance of what really is real, for the fan, they don't move the needle. They're not the ones I'm worried about at all, in the sense of how I can do my business and create something and make some magic. You know what I mean?
So when you guys were like at the peak of it, was that annoying, like trying to get artists on tracks and stuff when everybody was picking a side of certain things? I know you guys got Jadakiss and Fat Joe did New York. That was,
you want me
that was dope. But I know, like, reaching out to people.
Look, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Both Jadakiss and Joe, they did get on that New York record, but it wasn't over beef. We needed New York artists.
Right.
And I told Joe this, and I told Jada that at the time, but they took it like you're saying, like, yo. And I'm like, bro, I'm not asking that man or nothing. I had a real encounter with Jadakiss to finalize that deal at Opium in Miami.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? To say either do it or don't. It don't matter. Like, come on, bro. He gave me why he was hesitant. And then he mentioned, something that happened between the Locks, DMX, and my brother. And there was, I don't know if you understand, Ja and DMX had little beefs. Their family. Families fight. Okay, that's what the reality is. But the public doesn't understand this. And it's a blood sport. Hip hop is a blood sport.
True.
What's going on now is not the same.
Nah.
So, but when we came through, it was a blood sport, meaning I could play records that Jay-Z, who don't know it. It's subliminal, but that's because it's a blood sport. And it's the same thing with these guys.
I don't like that when y'all go back in time. I was like, as you know, in that second verse, that was about me. Right? How are we supposed to figure that out?
I guess everybody around each other knows.
It's in the moment. It's in the moment. It's in the moment. But the reality is, what I'm like is come on. It's just that kind of content. It wasn't about do this record, or them or anything. It was about we're from New York. I'm from New York.
It was perfectly timed.
Now Ja did what he wanted
Yeah.
to say. He didn't ask them to say anything. Again, but that's how they felt, and that's how they kind of probably, if you asked them, they probably wrote that
Right.
way.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't ask for that. It was just in New York, and I did the same thing. I caught Jada kissing at Opium in Miami, and he said, "Don't worry, I'ma do it. I got you."
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. But you know, the reality for both Joe and Jada is probably one of their biggest records.
It was.
Like,
Huge
let's
record.
like,
Anthem.
is that not helping
It
them?
was perfectly timed.
Is that not helping them? His biggest
It was
moment in
perfectly
verses, he's playing New York.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's not. And I'm not trying to downgrade these dudes. These are iconic artists.
Yeah.
Jada, you know what's up. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But the reason he gave about Irv was we produced the record for the Locks and DMX,
Mm-hmm.
and they're on Ja Rule. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Irv produced the record,
Yeah.
John Irv, and he produces this record, it on Ja,
Yeah.
on the record Irv produces. Why not do it on the Swiss beat?
Yeah.
No, you think about what this is.
Yeah.
Again, when I said this is that kind of warfare.
Yeah.
You understand? This is why I don't feel ways with all of these things. It's different. It made you feel different, think different. And I don't see that today with anybody. But that's what happened. And we're family. D&Y is family. Rough Riders is that's my brothers. You understand?
Right.
So at the end of the day, there's no dividing brothers.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, Gotti, what you want me to do? This is what they want to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Accept it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how
Yeah.
you talking? Like, but no one says nothing. I'm just, if they get in front of me, they can't lie to me. You could lie to anyone, but you can't lie to me, because I was here. I was there in the middle of the actual deals, negotiating everything.
Yeah.
And you know, I always hear all these things, and like I said, Joe said, "Chris, oh man," I said, "Joe, you don't got to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good record for you."
Period. It
Period.
was. Like I said,
it's a great record
it
for
was
both of
perfectly
them.
Yeah, that was
So
a
when
huge
he
record.
did it, but again, to their credit, they did it, no problem, and everything is Gucci.
Do you think that era,
Shout out Joe and Jada, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Incredible podcast
Yeah, the
they got
podcast is
too.
good too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question I was going to ask, right? Because this is like for the fans that don't really know you personally, right? Because you always been like a silent partner voice
Yeah.
in the background.
This is
right?
the worst place for me right now. I promise you, I never thought it. I
Right,
would be
right.
in front of the cameras.
Right, and for
Never wanted it.
and to know your brother, we knew your brother was a very outspoken, spoke his mind.
He
Type of
wanted
person.
the front of the camera.
Right, right.
Uh-huh.
Who was the voice of reason between the both of y'all? Like,
It's not even a question. It's always me.
it was you was the voice of the reason.
I would just look. I was Irv's eyes and ears,
Mm-hmm.
and just watch. You know, it's a weird place. If you ever did it for somebody, you would understand. Meaning, you're looking out for them for everything, not just someone talking. If it's violence, anything. If you ever truly was that role for somebody, you understand exactly what I mean. Because I literally would let him walk in, talk, and sit back and watch everybody. I'm watching the room.
Yeah.
And when we leave, I say, "Yo, he don't fuck with you, bro. Man, this nigga fucks with you. You trust me, even though he didn't may have said it that way. He's fucking with you." But that's what the information you get. And it was my job basically. I looked at Irv as, we used to call him the Great Gazoo. You ever see the Flintstones?
Yeah.
Irv was the Great Gazoo.
Hello, Gazoo.
And the
Hello,
only one that could
dum-dum.
see
Hello,
Gazoo,
dum-dum.
but only one that could see Gazoo was Fred and Barney.
Yeah.
No one else. Gazoo would be right here, and you couldn't see Gazoo.
Yeah.
That was the mentality, and that was his. We gave him the name Great Gazoo. If he went to hotels, he checked in under the Great Gazoo. If you didn't ask for the Great Gazoo, you couldn't find Irving, Lorenzo, or Gotti, or nothing.
That's
Right.
funny.
Yeah,
that's a
that's
nice
a fact.
alias.
Yeah, no, but it's real. Like, and so my job was like, I'm Fred and my niggas is Barney. No one could talk to Irv. No one could see Irv because I didn't want to interrupt his greatness.
Yeah.
You know, I just came from Amsterdam. We gave him the Lifetime Achievement Award.
That's what I was about to go to.
Yeah,
next.
that was
one of the
yeah,
questions I was
yeah.
about to ask you.
The Septimius Awards. Another thing, Septimius, Google it, look it up. Septimius is a black leader from what's the Greek like Rome.
Right.
Mhm.
He ran Rome for 19 years, like
Mhm.
a black man. Like, come on, they don't talk about this.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Almost right next to Africa.
19 years. You know how long 19 years is back then?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's like an eternity.
It's like it's like 3 plays.
Yeah, that's 3 plagues easy.
Yeah. Man, this black man survived 3 plagues? Wow. You the truth. Yeah.
So that's where they named it after the Septimius Awards. It was a real nice event in Amsterdam.
Nice.
You know, I had a good time out there. Stedman Graham, you know, Oprah's beau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of the awards. He's part of the Septimius Awards. Jen, shout out Jen. Thank you for honoring my brother in that way. And I mean, I had a great time. And the Septimius Awards is like the Oscars for the world.
Right.
So it's all movies from all over the globe, not just one country. Yeah. So I see this thing becoming very big, the Septimius Awards.
That's definitely
Yeah.
dope.
Everyone was out there. It's just I don't know these, like there's celebrities from their country, like,
Right.
but they're there.
But see, I think that's great because now you bridging the gap, right?
Mhm.
Now you in this space where you could, you know, network with other people from different countries,
Exactly.
and then now you say if you do a film, now you could get their help and assistance in doing what your business is.
Movies, everything,
Everything,
music is
music.
global.
Right.
Yeah.
And one thing I know for sure, they love our culture.
Yep.
That is true.
So
Yeah.
the
That is
reality
true.
is, if that's the case, we could be in the forefront in their countries because of that. So, but you know, I'll go back to Ballin. With Ballin having the success it's having, I should be able to license balling in other countries now
Nice.
because they want black culture.
Yeah.
So if they feel it's doing well here in its black culture, it's gonna do well there for the black culture.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Did Safari do the music for Ballin?
No, Lance.
That was Lance?
Lance and my niece.
Because I was listening to it, I thought
Ricky.
it was. I was like, "Is that Safari on every track?"
Nah, that's
but,
Lance.
but that's Lance.
That's Lance on every
Oh wow,
track.
on every track.
It's the reason I made a soundtrack. I was only gonna do a couple records to put in the movie. I take them to the big studio, Circle House in Miami. That's one of the famous studios out in Miami. Took the big room, got the big, you know, everything. The engineer, bring in my producer. Lance was like, he never been in a big studio before.
That's shocking.
That was shocking to me too.
That's shocking.
He's like, I've never been, and he definitely never had a producer make the music right in front of him. As he's rapping, he comes up with the melody, and then
He
comes
did
with
that,
everything.
and he played an angry boyfriend pretty well.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's from Brooklyn. It's easy to play angry. You know?
it's funny you say. It's funny you say that.
It's had a great year, man.
It's funny you say that angry, because he said that while we shoot. He said, "Man, I'm mad every scene." Stay in character.
He sucked his teeth real well.
Yeah. Nah, I was listening. I was real proud of Lance for this movie, man.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the soundtrack. He really shocked me with the soundtrack, and I give him the credit because I was only doing 2 records or 3 to put in the movie, and he kept coming up with more and more and more. And my niece, I got to give her credit too, Ricky. So that's the female you hear on there. She did it. And they just kept coming up with song after song.
So how does that play in the music industry? You get spins, those 5 million spins. Is
No.
Lance platinum now because of your movie?
Nah.
like how does
Platinum,
it work?
I'm so bad. I think platinum is like a damn near 150 million streams now.
Oh,
Some-
that's
yeah,
where it's at now?
Like you have
yeah.
to get a platinum
Streams.
plaque.
You know,
Streams.
it's not in sales. So if you do 1 million sales,
It's like 150
You
million
would've
to
been-
get 1 million.
yeah.
Oh God.
Get out of here. Bumba cloud.
So I guess I am supposed to go to sleep to it and play it over and over and over again. Who does? How could you ever achieve that kind of thing?
Mass,
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Be
about to
Taylor
say.
Swift.
massive fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You got it?
Question, yes. So obviously you was in the music industry. What was your role in Murder Inc. And from Murder Inc., my other question would be, How was it for you rebranding now and becoming a movie director? Like, what was that transition like?
Well, my role in Murder Inc. was pretty much I ran the company. Not pretty much. I ran the company. If you go to my trial, every check is signed by me.
Okay.
Every check is signed by me except my checks.
Mm-hmm.
Irv, I made Irv sign. I could have signed them, but if I was getting paid, I made Irv sign them.
Okay.
Right.
So he see where the money's in.
Yeah.
So he never say, "Well, I didn't know you was getting that much."
Right.
Gotta
keep it fair. See, I told you I gave you a receipt, right?
But I ran the company. I hired pretty much everyone out. If Irv wanted to hire or do anything, he could do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
But my job was the day-to-day. I found pretty much all the producers, the artists. Yeah, and I knew if I found someone that had talent, like musical talent, and I got him to my brother, I knew what he'd do with him. And shit panned out.
So when did you make that switch to actually rebrand into like movie director?
Well, I look at myself as an entrepreneur, and I look at business. It doesn't matter; they're all the same. So I used to do construction. That was the first money I was making before music. Before I got going, I was in a multi-million-dollar construction business.
Well, see,
Me and
you
my
know what?
sister.
See, I think we in the line right now because that's what I do now. So, if you start off with construction and you get, you know what I mean? All right, go ahead. I'm feeling confident now.
I learned how to do every trade, everything. And me and my sister, we started our own business. And we was doing jobs for 10, 20, $40 million. All city work. Union jobs. I had my whole hood working for me.
Nice.
Got them in the unions and they was getting paid. Everybody's eating. But at the end of the day, when Irv said he needed me, I started music, wasn't making money, do construction, start making money. He calls me, yo, I need you to help me. So I was like, okay, and I did both. And the reason I tell that story is because construction, to me, is exactly like a movie.
All the actors and the players.
There's so many moving parts.
Yeah.
If I had to build just this room, there's so many things I have to know, from the electricity, the plumbing, whatever it may be, the walls, the design of the wall, the texture. And I have to know every detail, just like a movie, except for it's an actor. So my brain kind of puts it in the same exact place.
Right.
And it was like very, understanding how to do it. It was like I understood just because of that. Once I knew that's what I got to accomplish, what I got to do, then you find out about lighting, and you find out about cameras, and you got to.
You don't want nobody.
You're only good as your team around you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got a great team around me, right? Shout out Eva, Santiago, Rich, Tammy, and they all do their positions, and then I'm almost like an orchestra, the maestro here. It's your turn. Go.
Right.
Solo. But really, and it was simple as that for me.
What's the weirdest artist request? Or an actor request?
Well, no. I'm not big enough to get that.
Right.
I'm dealing with low end. You know what that
So he
means?
just happy to
I
be
dictate.
Uh-huh.
I had a critique, a way of, I figured out how I want to make, to pick you. How come I pick Lance? Okay? I'm out with him in the park in Coney Island all summer. And I said, yo, I'm making this movie. I think I want you to play the role. But why did I say that? It's from talking to him, and I said, first of all, he has a certain amount of following, right? So he has star power. Whether he could act or not is another question, right? But he has star power. And I said, I could teach you how to act. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, I'm not an actor. When I say that, I'm just talking. But I know I got people that's going to help him learn.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I said, yeah, do you want to do it? He said, hell yeah. That's the main part. I need hell yeahs from everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's not glamorous, right? The glamour is the red carpets. The making of the film is a grind.
Yeah.
And even going on red carpets, you got to go. It's just, so at the end of the day, that hell yeah is what I moved on. That's like my number one reason I'll give someone the opportunity.
They show that
Nice.
they dedicated and they really invested in what
Yeah.
you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So how did I? Now you have to find out because talk is cheap.
Right.
We did Zoom calls. I'll give away my secret. We did Zooms with my acting coach, myself, and my scriptie, going through lines and characters. He had to learn. If I got video footage of all of this, if I had to dig it up to give him
That's nice.
for blackmail purposes. Act right, Lance.
I got the files.
I got the files. So it shows you how far he came.
Yeah.
Like, and that is the beauty of the process, and that's the hell yeah. Because without him wanting to do it, it never happens. He
Yeah.
wanted it. I give him all the credit. I
Dope.
don't take credit. I just gave him a formula and a system, and then just like we're in the studio, you know, artists are very insecure,
Right.
and I said, I'll never put out a whack record.
Uh-huh.
I'll never put out a record that's whack. It's just trash. I will never do it. May not be a number one, but it's gonna be quality, and people be like, that's, you know, it's cool. I don't like it, but it's cool. It won't be, you know, trash.
Yeah.
And I said, I got you. And I said, I will never let you do a scene that's trash. And I look at movies again. How did I jump from movies to music to movies? I look at movies and music exactly the same. What's the difference? One's in front of a camera, one is behind in the booth. So what makes a dope record? Bars. What makes a dope movie? Frames. It's exactly the same.
Gotcha.
Exactly 12 bars, I know I have a good record. If you give me the same in frames, every frame is value, right? No wasted frame. This is
Nice.
filmmaker shit. You gonna jack me for?
I like that.
You jack me. It's all good. Just mention me later.
Give me my props, right?
Just say,
Put me
yo,
in the
I heard
credits.
Chris say that and I took it. And kill it. I don't care. I really don't care because that's, everyone gets mad. And you know, that's the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone learned from someone.
True. Got him.
Yeah.
I'm only asking for you to just say it. You know, just say it, bro. You know,
We'll say it for them.
kids will
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
hear
We'll
it.
say it for them if they don't say
I
it.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
My kids will like to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was my dad. Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's really how I look at film, and that's why for me, and then, you know, films, I used to watch all these different types of films, and it just kind of gives me a look, I just mentioned Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
The inspiration.
It
and
gave-
things you
all
took.
right,
Yeah,
I'm
you know what?
58. I'm
Share
58.
that
Let
with
me tell
them.
you something. Alfred Hitchcock came on late at night.
Yeah.
I'm a kid. That's how
Yeah.
old. I can't even remember. I probably was 8, 9 years old watching Alfred Hitchcock late at night, sneaking up late to watch it. You know, big fat white dude, and he have a big belly, and that's all you see in the outline.
yeah,
and
I
he walk
remember.
into the outline like that was the beginning. He's narrating what the story's about to be, and he walked into the outline of his shadow, and that's when it would start. Like boom, and it would start. But he was inside of every film. You know, he was huge. Alfred Hitchcock is huge, and again, at the end of the day, I jacked him.
Yeah.
I don't, Alfred Hitchcock. I'm shouting him out. I'm
Right,
giving him
yeah.
his credit.
So he want his
Yeah.
credit too. Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing I ain't want for myself. I'm doing it exactly the same. But I talk about him all the time because that's why I'm in the film. I'm in the film because Alfred Hitchcock was in all his films. And I said,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm taking that. Look,
You did a
Spike
really
Lee
good
did
job.
it.
You did a really good job.
Thank you. My daughters and my niece was like, you could act, Chris. I was like,
You know what it gave me? It gave me the newsroom from The Wire season 5. Like when you put your glasses on and off, I was like, that's the way he puts on his glasses.
man, I don't wear glasses.
Oh, you don't wear glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, you nailed
Acting,
it.
baby.
He said I nailed it.
I don't wear glasses. I'm gonna tell you where I got that from since you brought it up. That comes from my trial.
Oh, really?
My lawyer was Gerald Chargell. Irv's lawyer was Gerald Levcourt. Shout out Levcourt. Chargell's passed, the greatest lawyer ever. But Levcourt used to, when he wanted to make his point to the judge, snatch his glasses. And I was like, yo, me and Irv would be like, yo, you see this? And I said, I'm gonna hit him with the left court.
That's funny.
So
That's
I love
funny.
that you picked up on it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like you
Because
said, the
that's what it
frames.
was.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
really thought out before.
That's
and I
funny.
didn't look. I wrote all my like I threw the it's no matter how you slice it,
Yeah,
it's still murder.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, my little double entendre line right there. But at the end of the day,
Like it.
it ties together with the movie because when I showed them what I showed them was the pictures that they was acting like they're not friends, and they was all friends from high school.
Right.
So I'm saying to him, it's like, this is a murder case. This isn't by accident. Like, this is someone playing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, right? Do you feel like you'll get back into the music game? That's one question. Right?
I never left.
You never left?
Never left.
Okay. So then the second question is, how do you know when you found a star? Like,
But I do understand what I'll go back into that, but go ahead.
right? So how do you know when you found a superstar? Like, when did you know like Ja Rule was going to blow? Like you knew he was the it
As soon as you heard him.
as soon as you heard him.
Yeah, he was with a group called Cash Money Click. And again, you bring this up, it's like I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
And all I did was say, Irv is doing all he right. He's putting together. Chris Black, shout out Chris Black. He brought us the group Cash Money Click. That's Ja Rule, O, and Chris Black. There's three of them. And Irv's playing me their records. And the first thing I said is, yo, who's that?
That's all you needed.
First thing I did was, who's that? And Irv's like, yeah, I think I'm going to make him solo. But I don't know how to do it. Because they're in a group.
Right.
But Irv heard it. He played it, but he didn't tell me, yo, listen to this. All I did was say, yo, who is that? It's, again, I'll never forget him playing DMX for the first time.
Mm.
I said, God damn, I never heard it like that before. X was so dark. That's his nickname is Dark Man X.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit was dark, and from, I could only imagine, like, how did he get there?
Yeah.
And that's what made it so crazy for me. And I was like, yo, but I said, my question for him was, how you gonna get everyone to hear that?
Right.
Because that's changing the game.
Yeah.
And Irv did it. Again, it's crazy, man. The nigga he's different.
Yeah,
Irv
with
is
X,
different.
I couldn't bring that album with all the blood on it. I
Yeah.
couldn't bring that in the house.
You know what I'm saying? Come
That
on.
was a super secret. But you knew, but you could tell it had the depth.
He was
off
different.
Rip.
And
yeah.
then when you meet him, his energy was nothing but authenticity.
Yeah.
He's exactly who he's saying he is.
Yeah.
It was like, and you don't get that either, for the most part.
Yeah.
It was so real, And when Irv made "Get at Me, Dog," again, at the end of the verse, he had a pup. He's in there rapping. He got a little dog, but after he finished spitting, the dog barked. And Irv said, "What was that?" Yo, sorry, Gotti. He barked. This is a dog.
Wait, he had the dog in the booth
with him.
He's
Yeah.
holding him. He's rapping.
Yeah.
And he's in there, and the dog barked almost right on cue.
Uh-huh.
And Irv's like, "What's that?" Oh, my fault, Gotti. Yo, my dog. That's my dog. You do it.
Uh-huh.
And as X started, the
Growling.
bark.
Yeah.
The bark. Get at me, dog.
What the deal?
Again, that's Irv, though. That's his genius.
Right.
Yeah.
That's his genius. Like, he's just different with shit, man.
And that was fly. That
Yeah.
definitely was DMX's calling when you heard that. On the
Yeah,
music.
he started growling.
Yeah,
Everything.
Yeah.
Again, all the music in the beginning, he wasn't doing that.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't doing that.
So you also say you still in the music business, right? At what
Yeah. I own a
capacity?
distribution company called Adventure Music.
Adventure, yeah.
I got thousands and thousands of artists. I teach them how to own, operate, and monetize their business. I just took away. I'm not the label no more.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And the reason I don't want to be the label is because the business of the label business is terrible. Until that game gets fixed, and I'm trying to fix it, but there's a lot of obstacles and blockers.
Right. People
Yeah.
like it their way.
Yeah, well, they've been eating a long time. They don't want to stop eating,
Right.
so they're gonna stop everything they can to keep it the way they want it. But really, I never stop music. It's part of me. It's in me. Pause.
Your professionalism, right?
Yeah.
I know, like I said, we spoke about like controversies. I think hip hop had back in the day, but I think one thing that everybody could always say about you and your brother, that there was a level of professionalism. even going through your court case and stuff, you guys didn't handle it like, yeah. It was kind of more like very professional. What do you attribute your professionalism to?
My mom and dad, we didn't
You can't
have
say Queens, you gotta say Brownsville.
Bro,
man.
You gotta give us some credit for it like that.
Dude, no, that's not Brown. There you go. But again, when I say Queens, I'm like I was born in Brooklyn, but I'm raised in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And Queens, you guys are Brooklyn dudes. You could see Queens dudes right away. You could see Brooklyn dudes. You could see Bronx dudes. You could see Harlem dudes right away.
The
If
shiny,
you're from
shiny
New York.
boats.
Right.
Shiny suits.
Yeah, it's true.
But that's the reality. When you ask where it come from, again, we was raised very humbly. You know, we didn't have no money. The reason we left Brownsville was it's 8 of us in a 3-bedroom apartment in Brownsville. We moved to Queens to a 3-bedroom house that my grandmother and father put up the down payment to get us into because they said, you got too many kids to be over there like that. And they put up the bread to get us in the house, but we didn't have no money still. You know, my dad didn't have no money. My mom's a housewife. They stayed together. All they had was love. That's one thing. So they had love, but you know, we out running around and they don't know nothing about what we doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's the facts. You know, my mother knows everything now.
Yeah.
She
You feel
knows where all
comfortable
the bones is buried.
you feel comfortable sharing that, right?
Did she sit
She
through,
was a gangster. She's a gangster. I tell her all the time she's a gangster.
did she sit through your court trial and everything like that?
Every day. My lawyers cried because they never seen the courtroom the way our courtroom was, they said.
Yeah.
In all the years. 28 years, I never seen this. And they literally really crying because there was a fear that we was going to get locked up. And we shouldn't have been locked up. They was like, because they was like, we cannot control those 12 in this Southern District of New York with the judge and
So many things stacked against you at that time.
everything stacked against you. So they were like, this is gonna be like they were so fearful,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel confident through the whole trial?
Only one time I wasn't, and that was when the notes started coming out. In a trial, when you go through deliberation, if the jurors have any question on law, now we got all our charges eliminated. There was only 2 charges we're up against, and that's conspiracy to money launder and money laundering. Both same amount of time, 20 years or whatever. So it's money laundering. It's very important that the order, you understand the order. Money laundering and conspiracy to money laundering. That's the order. So they have to go through it in order. So they didn't ask about money laundering. They asked notes about conspiracy.
So you like they already convicted us on that one?
No,
Oh
they
man, you
didn't
thought so?
convict-
You
no.
Oh okay.
That lets me know they did not convict me
Oh okay.
on
Okay.
money laundering.
Okay.
Right? So now I'm like, they're trying to hang me on conspiracy.
Okay.
They found me not guilty because if it's guilty of money laundering, it has to be you had to conspire somewhere. They would just convict you of both. It doesn't add on
Okay,
to the
I
charge.
understand.
It would be just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. One concurrent with each other.
And we're like, the note comes out and I go crazy. I'm in there going crazy. My lawyers tell me calm down, and it took me about 45 minutes to calm down. But that's the only time in the trial that I was really like out of it. Like I'm like I just went out and talked to God for like 45 minutes, and that's it.
No.
But really, it's funny. I'm gonna shout out my boy Dim. He just got married. But the reason I'm shouting him out, he was my driver.
I'm trying not to die.
He was my driver.
Oh, he was your driver?
And he would get me there every day on time. He would get me there every time. Like, he'd be there. That was so important for me, like, because, you know, it's not easy to be motivated to go to court. And
Yeah.
he would make sure I'm up early and getting there. And it was, again, I went out every night. Irv didn't go out. Irv was like, why you going out? I said, because I can't sit inside. I'm going to go crazy. So I would go out, but when he went out, oh, man, because you're in the papers every day and everything. I mean,
Yeah, I was expecting
everyone's on your ass. It's crazy.
So, just like when Diddy comes home,
He should have been home. Shout out Diddy.
when Diddy comes home,
Should have been home. But go
I
ahead.
know.
Sad.
Shouldn't we be? Doesn't he? Or don't we owe him our support?
I never stopped. Once I heard I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Once I thought I was gonna hear
Some
all
wild
type-
we all thought that.
We all thought we gonna have little people, old people, celebrities,
Men.
Yeah.
We thought we gonna be. I was like, oh, hide your women, hide your everything.
But here's what I would ask you all: like, put yourself in his shoes. You're a billionaire, and all of this is done. He's in jail almost a year now, right?
Oh, yeah.
October will make a year
Yeah,
in MDC, right, in Brooklyn,
yeah.
and he couldn't get out. What chances we got?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
It's hard.
Nah, this shit is fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know.
The Abercrombie and Fish guys is on, and they did all types of felonious little boys like
Yeah.
that.
Travel.
And they got out with $5 million bail. He put up 50, his plane, his houses, everything.
All that.
And they said no. Nah.
Listen, I
Nah,
can't
I
wait to
feel
have
you.
him on the show. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't wait to have him on the show.
Speaking into existence, right?
Yeah.
That's how we do
Come
it.
on, like I'm not trying to
I
be
was
funny.
with Christian
We
in
all
L.A.
like-
and I told him, make sure he talk to him, man. Tell him I said, hold your head, man. It's crazy, though. But, you know, his hands ain't
clean,
completely clean. But
but
it's not what he's dealing with.
exactly.
And that's it. Like, if you know what you was into or whatever, you know. I keep saying maybe the only thing I can say, because they didn't let him go, is maybe there's something we don't know. That they
Yeah,
know.
because this is a vengeance from somewhere else, right? It's like
I believe it's Diageo.
But you can't have
no
it.
one
My thing
knows.
is, you can't have it in fairness to the situation. You cannot have a trial with somebody, right? Go to the trial. You lose all that stuff as the prosecution. You have him on prostitution. Let's say, you know what I mean. You basically embarrassed the man because that's all they did. Talked about his personal life.
yeah,
It's no
He's
point.
a freak.
It's no point. Yeah, like who? Like if we start talking about everything that everybody does in their bedroom, I'm sure we wouldn't look at each other
See,
the same
that,
way.
see what you just said? So I'm going to use my trial. When we went through what we was going through, I hired private investigators for everyone, including the prosecutors, the FBI agents. So we found out where they lied. The judge said, we're not letting you use this evidence, even though we know he lied.
yeah,
They wouldn't let it come into court. I'm not putting a federal agent on the stand, Chargell, and it was like, but here's proof. This is huge, like, to our case. He wouldn't do it. If I was Dizzy, I would have investigated the judge and prosecutor and find all the little sexual freakish habits because they got them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe they touched a little boy or something. Let's talk about it, nigga. Like, see, when you got the money, my trial was over $14 million. We had the resources to pay. That's the feds really harp on strategically crippling you financially,
Yeah,
so you can't defend yourself. That's why the conviction is so high,
yeah,
and everyone cops out
yeah.
Because you don't have the money to keep fighting.
because you don't want to keep paying, and you like, let me keep my money, let me get a deal.
They're like, yeah. We'll give you time served. You just lose
Yes.
everything. Just admit that you're guilty.
And that's
Yeah.
the reality. You know, there was a moment in my trial, they gave us an offer. 3 offers came through in the whole time before we went to trial. The last offer was no jail time, just probation for both me and Irv. But we got to tell on Preem. And I tell the prosecutor when she said it, because we're all at the table talking, and I was at every motion hearing. I was at everything. I didn't want to miss nothing because I want to know what's being said and everything. What could I do? And I turned date. Let's get to trial.
Mm-hmm.
And she got like, who? Like I'm giving you a great deal, and this is how you're talking. And Chargell looked at me like, hold on, and told her, let me talk to my client outside. And I looked at him because, first and foremost, he doesn't represent rats.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you asking me to tell on someone? And like, that's what I looked at him like, are you switching up on me right now?
Right.
So we go outside, and he says, Chris, I understand how you feel. He said, but I cannot guarantee, even though I know you're innocent, a win in this Southern District with 12 people and this judge. And I said, Jerry, what the fuck? I said, I can't go and make up stories that I have nothing to tell on. I said, so what are you telling me? He said, I'm just telling you, Chris. He's trying to get me to say do it. He's like, I'm telling you, like, I never seen this in my entire career. They're breaking all federal guidelines to give you a way out.
Yeah.
And I said, well, Jerry, if that's the case, if I got to go to jail and fight it from inside out to overturn it later, then that's God wants me to do, then I'm doing it. So let's go in there and do it. He looked at me. He just patted me on my back and said, I'm with you. And we went in there and said, set the date. And that's how the trial got started. But again, I don't know how that situation like that is a hell of a... I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's how real it is. So it's like when I hear and I know what Diddy's dealing with, like nuts, man.
Yes.
And being that as wealthy as he is, and
To live the way you live.
the way he lived.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't live nothing like that. Irv didn't live nothing like that. So at the end of the day, and Irv lived better than me. So at the end of the day, you know, it's like what?
That's definitely you in a situation where, like you said, the even just the food quality that you eat and every day, your intake.
Yes.
Yeah.
He probably has a diet.
Yes.
You have a diet that you eat,
Definitely.
and now they just
He's got chefs.
Yeah, he got chefs.
He's only dealing with the finest of fur.
Yeah, your mattress level, you know what I
You know
mean?
what I
They be
mean?
sitting on it, laying on
This
that
ain't
cot.
Nigerian nylon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like what the fuck?
All right, before we get out of here,
I got 2 questions, right?
Okay.
Right. I know we pressed for time. I got 2 questions, right? One of them is untold stories, right, with you and your brother. That you good memories that y'all had that you did share with the world, right? That's one. And then we get through that one first.
That's something. Give me the next one. That's something you got to think about.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then the
Because I
other,
don't know if I still want to tell it.
Right.
That's a fact. Like they're untold for reasons.
right. Okay. So
dope.
the last one, right? Being that you said you evolved as a person, right? You was a
Facts.
crash out when you was younger. Now you evolved after you didn't see yourself getting to this point in your life, and y'all, the trifecta of what you, your brother, Supreme, and 50 been going through, right? Do you feel at this stage in your life that all of y'all could get together to do something positive for the community? Could it be a project where you could see yourself working together?
You're talking about Preem, me, and 50.
For Queens, for a positive project for the youth, something like
No, there's nothing wrong with that question.
Okay.
And it's like I don't know the answer.
Okay.
are you opposed to that?
I don't know the answer, and I'm gonna say why. It was never me. See, this is a Ja Rule beef that I inherited because he's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't an Irv beef. It came to Irv after. It was started Ja, then it went from Ja to and Irv. So Irv's my brother. Ja's my brother. You ever, like, I don't know if Irv would accept that.
Got you.
And it's not me. It's not my choice. But if the man's not here to say do it or not do it, and I would just leave it alone. It's like, it's work at the post office, meaning I could do other things to be just as good
for the community
without not honoring or not knowing if Irv would honor it or not.
Got you.
I believe Ja already said he would before.
Oh, that's dope.
I believe Ja said that. He said, I ain't got no problem with the nigga. It's old news.
Right.
It really is. And it's like I understand the public thinking it's still here because that's all they harp on. With at the end of the day, it's old news, bro. I wish the whole success, everything. How about that?
Got you.
Does that mean I have to go break bread with him?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I get what you're saying. I just want to, correlate.
That's the Brooklyn in
Yeah. Yeah.
End of the day, I don't know what to say because I wouldn't want to not honor my brother.
I think that's the most
That's
important
That's
thing.
the hardest thing.
Right.
When you ask that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Irv was never.
Uh-huh.
Irv was very
Soldiers.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the word.
I know you. I know you. I know you going. I know
It's
you
not
going.
here.
Yeah. Right.
You ain't supposed to talk about people that ain't here, man. What you doing to me, man? Shout out Irv, man.
Yeah, shout out Irv.
He's here. That's why I can't say nothing more than I said.
I got you.
Yeah.
Even with the first question, untold stories, I feel, me personally, right? The reason most people, industry people, fuck with me.
And before you go on, but when I meant untold stories, like untold stories of moments, good moments that you had together, right? And I'm not saying it has
You
to
trying to find out if one of us peed the bed or
Yeah,
something?
No. We learned at one.
He never peed the bed. I thought he meant like a pizza place.
yeah, you know,
But
like,
go ahead, elaborate with this.
nah, but it's just like a, you know, like a moment y'all cherish with each other that y'all like you could look back on.
One of
and-
my favorite moments
There you
in
go.
music,
yeah.
Okay.
keep it a buck, was Michael Jackson. We're in the office. We get the phone call. I'm sitting there right next to Irv. He picks it up, and it's really Mike, but he don't know it. And Mike, I just seen the story. Who was talking about Michael Jackson? How he studies the greats. Oh man! And Irv at the time is the hottest producer in the game, the biggest producer in the game at this moment when Mike rings the phone, and Irv picks up, yo. He said, "Is this Irv Gotti?" But it's, Michael Jackson.
What's the voice? Yeah.
He said, "It's Michael." And then sure enough, he calls right back, and he's laughing. You know what I'm saying? And Irv's like, "Yo, stop playing, man."
Yeah.
And he calls back the third time. "Don't hang up. It's really me. I want you to come out to the ranch, the Netherlands ranch,
Neverland Ranch, yeah.
and all of this. And I wanted you to make music with me. I want you to produce my records. I'm a fan of your work." And I was like, "Yo, it's Mike, it's really you?" Like, he says, "Yes, it's me." So we set it up. He sends a helicopter. We go to Van Nuys in L.A. to get the helicopter. We fly into L.A. go to Van Nuys to go to helicopter into the Netherlands. And
Landed right in the
land right there. When we're flying in, we see the giraffes.
That's Mike
walk
is
in.
different.
No, you
That's
see
Mike is different.
No, Mike is different.
Yeah.
You see all the again, I love Mike, and I don't, at the end of the day, he's not here. But he did have statues. Me from the helicopter, it looked like kids was all over the yard playing. When you come down, the kids is not moving though. They still you're like, oh shit.
Little girl pigtails in the wind.
Yeah. It's all statues all over, and we like, oh man. We had to sign NDAs where we couldn't talk about or take pictures of or record anything that was in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish we could have, especially with him not here, man. He took us through. Let me go back. We walk in, it's like the gauntlet. Where you walk in, it's all the maids and butlers in the front waiting for you, to bowing to you when you're walking. Like Roy was crazy. So we go through all of this. We go in the kitchen. The guy comes and says, "Mike will be with you shortly." This and that. He said, "Can I get you anything to eat?" Yeah, give me tuna fish on wheat toasted.
Yeah.
I was here, make double in the ginger ale. We sat down at the table. We eat the sandwich. We were sitting there waiting. About 30 more minutes, maybe 40 minutes go by, and I'm like, "Yo, where's Mike?" Like, we flew a long way here.
Right.
So I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, "Where the fuck is Mike?" And while we was on the plane, I told Irv, when you get there, make sure you look at that man in the eye. I'm thinking how much money this is worth.
Yeah.
I'm like, you look that man in the eye. Because, his nose was fucked up at the time and everything. So I'm like, where Mike? Sure enough, as soon as I said that, he probably was watching us. He pops right out. "Hey, guys." He's like, come on. And basically almost starts running through his house. Like, on some real, and we like, yo, this nigga, slow down, Mike.
I'm in the middle of a hide-and-go-seek game.
Playing manhunt with Mike.
But we ended up going into like this memorabilia room. Man, he got pictures with every king in every country. It lets you see the magnitude of him, how, the size of this man.
Yeah.
King, queen, everywhere in the world, pictures with them. All of this. He had pictures of concerts, people screaming and crying, and we just, again, he was showing us all this. Then we go into the chess room. All pieces in gold leaf.
That's
huge.
The mole.
huge pieces. The floor is the chessboard down to like miniature chessboards. Weird, but it was like, it was just crazy. And you just experience so many things. But those 2 rooms I won't forget. He showed me his pictures when he was from Gary, Indiana.
Right.
I believe he's in Queens for a little bit. You know,
Nice.
yeah, it was crazy. And he had pictures.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, this is this. So we get into the room with the music, you know, the studio. He has no speakers. Mike is
Wait a minute. He got everything in the world.
Y'all worked
Everything.
on headphones?
He called his butler or whatever, and no, he brings out like a little radio, a little boom box, but it's small. And me and Irv was looking at each other like, Irv wants to pump it and make him feel it. He started talking about family. Mike laughed, cried. He went through every emotion with us that day. And when he talked about family, he didn't know me and Irv were brothers. I was like, what's wrong with you? Yo, he said, what's wrong with you? That's my brother. He said, whatever you do, promise me. He said, promise me. And he starts really crying.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't ever let this music business get between you guys. Irv Church said, Mike, shut up. That's my brother. He's like, that's my brother. That'll never happen. That's what he said to him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy. When you talk about stories.
Yeah, so it's like
That's a
something
good
like
one.
that. That was
That was a good one.
Irv had Mike laughing. He was like, you know, his face almost looked like plastic. So it was like it was going to rip if he laughed too hard. He like, Irv had him crying, laughing. Because he was like, I can't dance like I used to.
Yeah.
I was like, Mike, no one gives about that. He said, you come out 2-step and the hood's going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Mike was like looking at him. And he's like, you dance no more. You did that already.
Yeah.
And Mike was with it. I swear to you, to this day, I'm curious to know if he ever recorded. He loved the music. We had all the music, or playing the music.
So you guys just left the music.
We left
with
everything with him. So we might have Michael Jackson songs. That's, again, a story
funny.
that we never would know, but it was never released. Me and Irv was always listening to see if Mike dropped some.
Yeah.
Because they owe.
Right.
They would have to pay.
I got the hold on. I got the original.
Hold on. That's right.
Here's my receipt, guys.
Here's a studio session.
Yeah.
Right here. Here's the
Get
Pro
tab for
Tools.
y'all.
All of that.
You'll
We
pay,
was
pay
waiting.
at your own risk.
So we thought he might, because, you know, like, think of all the Tupac records, right? That's what
Right.
we was thinking with Mike.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how many records he made,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I know. He lived in the studio.
But we never got done. And then right
So-
after that, his last thing with us was he asked, again, a real question. He was like, what lawyer should I get for this case? Because he was suing Sony and all of that shit.
Right.
And the first thing I told him was like, don't go black. Don't go black. Don't
Not,
go
but
black.
it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Here's what and what does that mean when I say don't go black? He wanted to go get Al Sharpton,
Yeah.
Johnny
Cochran.
Cochran, Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
I said, this is not about black or white.
Yeah.
He said, it is. I said, but they not, if you treat it like that, then they're going to treat you like that. If you go from a straight business place, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, and he went
Yeah.
black. He went black.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
Johnny and he had Al Sharpton marching and shit.
Yeah.
He's never going to not in America.
He said he want a perm.
Al's my man.
Right.
Al.
You taking selfies now.
This is crazy. That was a great day for me. That was my best day in music. I love that day. Man.
Nah, see that was a dope story. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
thanks, man.
I'm still shocked that he didn't have no speakers though. That like
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Hold on. So was that his actual studio?
It was a studio, but no speakers. You know, he has another one. But where we was at, he's like, this is what he wanted to do. Because he's like, I usually just dance and do stuff and just play it light. And
So he flew you in.
A little,
You
like a
in,
little
yeah,
tweeter.
ate at the Neverland.
Yeah.
Handed him a CD, flew back off in the
And
helicopter.
went right back. That's it.
That's amazing.
Yo, check out Ballin on Tubi.
Oh yeah, check out Bowling.
What else we got?
Make sure Ballin, man, we'll be on Amazon now this week coming up. We're on Tubi. Please check it out. You know, Film of the Year, Film Festival,
Yeah,
Urban
dope,
Film
dope. Lance
Festival.
Stephenson.
Lance Stevenson,
Lance
Tino Mobley.
Stevenson, Trey Chaney, Tino
Safari.
Mobley, Safari, you know, Rebecca Beaumont, Brenda Paulino, you know what I'm saying, Vic, Rich, all of them was great. So at the end of the day, we have the CPL Basketball League, Pro Basketball League. Make sure you support. Check us out. This is all
Where do we
real
find them at?
players. Right there, Clash TV. You go to Clash TV or Clash Basketball, actually, on all social media platforms. You'll see everything. If you're a real baller and you went to school, you know, and you want to try out, there'll be a flyer to fill out. You know, we want to see some footage. Make sure you had some basketball experience. You can't just walk on and don't have nothing. You got to be nice.
Don't show up because
Don't do that.
you played in elementary school.
Yeah, I was killing in 109. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Chris, appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
man.
Thanks
Thank
again,
you.
brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Dope.